So what are the best food products to sell online? If you're looking to create an online business, even selling on Amazon, and you have an idea for a food product, I'm gonna give you some attributes that really make food items sell really well. Stay all the way to the end of the video because I'm gonna go to Amazon and show you what best-selling food products they have, and you might be shocked that almost every single one of them you can private label and make yourself and get yourself a portion of that pie. We're gonna get into that right now. All right, so welcome to Marketing Food Online. It is Damian Roberti, founder and CEO of Marketing Food Online. My wife and I, Sylvia, have been online for almost 13 years now with our e-commerce food businesses, and we've been selling through Amazon for 9 years, and of course, all our other platforms, eBay and Etsy. We're in the top 1% sellers on Etsy. We've done over 6 figures on that platform as well. So what I'm about to tell you is some things that I've learned over the years. What makes a food product profitable is not just the food item itself, but some other attributes you may not have thought of. So I'm gonna go through those in this particular video. So as always, hit that subscribe button. If this is your first video, definitely welcome to Marketing Food Online. You also wanna hit the bell notification and you'll get notified of all of our new videos. And so definitely down below the video too, you'll check out, we've got a ton of information on podcasts, our blogs, websites, free information and free resources. Check out those links, click on them, and take you to a ton of different additional free resources. So, excuse me, I'm fighting a little bit of a cold, a little bit of a sore throat actually. And so, number one, you wanna make sure that the weight of the product is gonna determine a lot as far as whether or not it's gonna be profitable, whether or not it's gonna eat into a lot of your profit, whether you're charging for shipping or not. Some food items that may be a pound to 2 or 3 pounds or even less, those are types of items that we sell on a regular basis. We offer free shipping, and we actually include the shipping price directly into our retail price point. So we offer it as a quote unquote free shipping, but we do add that directly into the overall retail price point. Now, if you're going above 3 pounds or 4 pounds, you gotta keep in mind the weight and how much it's gonna cost to ship it. Shipping prices have gone up again here in 2022. They've increased for everybody, as everything has, but that's gonna bring me to our second point in a couple seconds, and I'll explain what that is. But you definitely wanna be aware of the different shipping options that are out there. When you're first starting a food business, the weight of the product, if it exceeds that 3 to 4 pound mark, it's gonna put you at around $11 to $12 or more just to ship it. But the post office has almost 40 different variations of packaging that you can get, and almost all of them are actually free, of course, as well. You can get certain boxes that actually will reduce your shipping, and I'm gonna explain what those are. So the regional A and regional B boxes is a type of box for shipping through the post office that you may not have ever thought of, okay? Flat rate shipping, small, medium, large, flat rate, they all have a flat rate box and they have skyrocketed in price as well. Regional A and regional B come in 2 different sizes and 2 different styles, but they reduce the amount of what it costs to ship the same product if you were to ship it in a flat rate. And the savings is about, I think it's 20 to 25%. Yes, so based upon the shape and the size of the item, keep that in mind. The weight has a very big factor whether or not the product or the transaction that you're going to make with a customer for a food item is really going to be profitable. Are you going to pass that shipping on to the customer, or are you just going to include it into the shipping, the overall retail price, and include that shipping price in there as well? So think about the weight. Number 2, price point. Our average customer with us spends $32 across the board for every single item that we sell. We have some items that are inexpensive on our corporate website that are about $8 to $9, and then some of them that are higher that are up to about $50 to $100 to $200. So the median price point for us is around $32 to $35, somewhere in that ballpark. Now, why is that important, Damien? Well, individual items, if you're gonna fulfill the product yourself, meaning you're gonna either make the food product and ship it, or maybe you're just curating, you're bringing products into a warehouse, you're buying them and reselling them, you wanna make sure that the amount of time it takes for you to ship the product, package the product, and do all of that on the back end, you want that transaction amount to be between $28 and $35. And that's what we've kind of found out over the past 13 years to make it profitable, because either I have to ship the product or you're gonna pay somebody to be shipping products for you. There's a lot of money involved every hour that you have to pay someone in order to do shipping. So if the transaction's $9, $10, and $12, you have a lot of fees that are gonna eat that up, number one, on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, even your own platform. Who's gonna transact it? Is it gonna be Stripe? Is it going to be PayPal? They're gonna take a portion too. So making sure that you're gonna pay somebody, or you yourself are gonna take the time to box it, package the product, print the shipping label. You wanna do all that, that's gonna take a lot of time. So you wanna make sure that it makes sense, that the transaction is profitable. If you're making $1, 75 cents, $2 every transaction, that's not profitable. That's a waste of time. In my opinion, it's a waste of time. You need to be making anywhere from about $7 to $10 on a transaction or more for everything that you're gonna actually be shipping. So keep that in mind. Best by date, or the time frame that it takes for you to make it and ship it to your customers. Now, if you have a best by date, if you have a product that has a very small window of freshness, like let's say baked goods, you wanna make sure that you have a production that you're gonna make the item, ship it to the customer, and get it to the customer within 2 to 3 days at the most. You don't have to express mail them. We've been shipping cookies for the past 12 years through priority mail, and it's worked out fantastic. We do have some people who love the product, and we have some people who don't. But at the end of the day, you wanna make sure that if it's a product you're producing to order or making it to order, make sure you're making it right on the same day that you're actually going to ship it, okay? Within just a few hours, it would be best. Now, if you have products that you're curating and you have a warehouse and you're reselling chips, Pringles, snacks, nuts, trail mixes, whatever that may be, make sure that you don't overload yourself with inventory. Because if you don't sell 100 units of that trail mix, let's say, and you've got a best by date that's a very short window, and you stocked up on it, and you still have the product in stock and it's about to go bad, you're gonna be losing money. You're gonna have to be throwing that into the trash, right? So you wanna make sure that if you are curating products that are pre-made, just reselling products online, make sure that that best by date has a pretty far window, or source it as you need it, source it to order. Now, sourcing it to order, a lot of people actually do this on eBay. I found this out a few years ago, but there's a lot of people who actually go to Walmart, go to grocery stores, and they'll actually buy the product only when it sells. So if you're selling a bundle bag of Doritos and a whole bunch of snacks, or a big box, a variety pack of like 50 to 100 snack items, and it's $50, $60, and you're sourcing that only as you get orders, that's a great way to do it too. But the drawback to that is you're relying upon the inventory of the retailer. If they are out or sold out, you're not gonna have that product, so there's kind of a catch-22. So if you're gonna sell a product that you're gonna source only to order, make sure that you've got a reliable source for the product, okay? Next up, mailing and shipping. So can you use priority mail to ship a food product? Most definitely. I don't believe in paying really high expenses for FedEx and UPS to rush a food product, because again, food products that are either being sourced or you're being curated, they have a very big expiration or best by date. So that is one reason why 2-day priority is always pretty well, works well for us. And that's even with products that we make to order. So priority mail was pretty reasonably priced. Of course, the prices have gone up, but you can use priority mail to ship food products in the mail. Next up, some of the best-selling food items going into 2022 this year is actually immune boosting, and natural and nutritional snacks. Not just comfort foods like fatty chips or chocolate bars and such. A lot of people are trying to obviously keep their immune system strong, so having foods that are fortified with vitamins, natural, organic foods even, any of those types of food product or food items are definitely in high demand. And one unique thing about what's going on right now with the supply chain for food businesses is the fact that a lot of local stores don't have a product, and if a mom or dad really need an item that they want, maybe for their kids or for their own health, they're gonna go online. That gives you a big opportunity, because groceries and healthy food products that can be purchased and simply shipped and dropped to someone's doorstep is in high demand, okay? So keep that in mind as well. Now, next up, what I talked about just before, also what's popular, but it's not very nutritious, is comfort foods. So these are going to be foods that are going to be like the chocolate bars, the chips, the drinks, anything that's related to just keeping you happy and not exactly healthy. Candy and indulgent things, those are also items that are in huge demand because of what's going on in the past couple years. A lot of people are looking for items that kind of make them feel good, at least temporarily. But definitely look into that as well. Comfort Foods created a curated box of 50 to 60 items that could be a variety of chocolate bars, candies, gummies, snacks, gum, any of that type of thing can definitely go over very, very well this year as well, although it's not exactly nutritious. Now, do not start a food business that you're going to ship products over the state line from your home. If you are doing that, you are technically doing something that's illegal and you could get into some serious trouble. A lot of people think that they can bring together in their garage a variety of snacks and go to eBay and start selling it. if it comes to find out that somebody gets sick or there's a issue with someone eating an item you've sold and you're not a legitimate business selling them from your house, you could be fined or even potentially have criminal charges brought against you if someone actually dies or someone has something really bad happen to them. So take this as a legitimate business. Make sure that you're doing it from a commercially licensed place. Make sure you're doing it with a business license, sales tax. You got to also remember you have to remit sales tax for items that you sell within your state. And you also need to have an LLC or even food business insurance set up to do this if you're going to do it legitimately. So I highly recommend you definitely follow the rules and do this, because that way it's going to also prevent you personally from being liable if any issues come up from your food business. Okay? So now let's go ahead and check out what I was going to show you on Amazon. These are the best selling items that Amazon has for the food and beverage category. And as you notice, the bulk of these are coffee and snacks and even teas. And much of these, even energy drinks, all of these can literally be created as private labeled products. And as best sellers, there's a huge market. Even though these are top sellers, you can get a private labeled brand in there and get into the marketplace and get a portion of that business. And as you go on, you can see it constantly just energy bars, coffees, teas, and snacks.